guys, Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Indestructible Hulk issue 2, which I actually read Indestructible Hulk issue 1, which I didn't do a review of at the same time because I heard so many great things about it. And I heard that Mark Waid's doing a really good job with it. So I'm seeing what everyone was liking about it. So I picked up issue 1 actually the week after issue 1 came out, but saved it though I could read it with issue 2. And I'm happy I did. But before I talk about Indestructible Hulk, I just want to give you guys a little update. I have 5 reviews on Dark Avenger Inc. that I usually do on Comic Uno. Let me tell you guys those reviews, which is Love and Capes, What to Expect, issue 5, Scarlet Spider, issue 12.1, Green Lantern New Guardians, issue 15, All New X-Men, issue 4, and Wolverine and the X-Men, issue 22. So if you want to go check that out, go to Dark Avenger Inc. In the description below. There'll be a link for Dark Avenger Inc. so you could check out those reviews and check them out. Let's talk about Indestructible Hulk, though, issue 2. Love this cover, really great art, and what I've been hearing beforehand, before I read this, is that it was a really great dynamic with Iron Man and Hulk, and we felt that movie dynamic, and I was very, very excited for that, because I think something that really made that movie is that Iron Man and Hulk dynamic. Two smart guys, two different people. Hulk, Iron Man kind of being kind of cocky, but a good type of cocky, not an annoying type of cocky, and then, Hulk kind of being that timid guy, not Hulk, but, Bruce Banner being the timid guy, and we get to see in this that he's not timid anymore. He wants to change. So, cover is awesome. Let's talk about the story. We get to see in the last issue that Hulk meets up with Maria Hill and says, I want to join S.H.I.E.L.D. because I want to make a change. Well, Bruce Banner meets with Maria Hill. I want to make a change. Hulk destroys, and I want to make things. And Maria's like, in this issue to Tony, Bruce has joined the S.H.I.E.L.D., which I think is a good idea. Because I think it's better to have Hulk on your side than not on your side. And he wants to be like you. He wants to be a famous inventor. And instead of, because Hulk has always been a character and a person that people hate on. So he wants to be loved. He wants, for one thing, he wants to be appreciated. And he's a smart guy, and people don't see that. They just see Hulk smash. He says, in the first issue, he says, I don't want to be on my tombstone to say Hulk smash. I want to say something else, So he doesn't want to have that label on him. So we get to see Iron Man and Bruce team up, and which the story really, it's not really about what they do in this issue. It's just them talking. And I think Tony respects Bruce in a way, but Bruce doesn't feel that way. He feels that he's not being respected, and Tony belittles him. And that's why he gets angry at him and why he doesn't like Tony. But it seems like Tony likes Bruce, even though he says all these things. In this issue, it does seem like Tony likes Bruce. We get to see that, and Tony respects Bruce. We do get to see that. It was actually a pretty funny scene saying that Bruce is smarter than Tony because Bruce is going back to the basics, and that's what science is, going back to the basics and making something bigger. Tony is always looking to the future, and he doesn't think that's a good thing. He thinks Bruce is just, boosting up his confidence, saying, I think I'm a better scientist than you. And then Tony says, excuse me. And he goes into the bathroom, he says, I'm still rich. So he kind of admits to himself that, yeah, Bruce is smarter than me, but I'm still rich. So I really enjoyed this whole dynamic with Bruce and Tony. I thought it was just really fun. I don't even think it was important what they did in this issue. I just think it was important of their dynamic. And I think what we see in this cover is what we get with this issue. And I think Mark Waid is doing a great job. And one thing I've always hated about Hulk is, not about Hulk, but his series, is I've always tried to get into Hulk, but never could because there was never a great series with him. I remember there was a time when I was reading Incredible Hulk for a little while, after World War Hulk, and a little bit, I think Red She-Hulk was in a couple of issues, so I read in just in the Incredible Hulk, and I just didn't get it, I didn't love it, and I just didn't think it was worth my pull list. I didn't think it was worth the money. And I feel like a lot of people have been feeling that with Hulk. It's just never been worth the money. Even though he's such a great character and people are loving him in Avengers, his series has never been that great. It's never been like, oh, we gotta pick up the Hulk series. It's always been that, like, if you're a Hulk fan, of course, you're gonna pick it up, but it's not the best series out there. But with this, we finally get a series that is up to par with Hulk and telling a different story. Even though it's being simple, it's telling a different story. I feel like with Hulk, it's also that they keep telling the same story, and I think they even attack that in this, I think the last issue is just like, I'm always trying to find a cure for the Hulk, and that's exactly what he's always been trying to do, and that's what bores me a little with him. But now I'm done with that. I am done with trying to find a cure. I'm going to use a Hulk, and I'm going to try to booster up Bruce Banner. I'm going to try to change the world. And I'm glad they're doing that. I feel like sometimes with Marvel, they use the movie a lot. They try to connect the movie a lot for sales. And with this, they connect the movie, but not for sales, just to make a better story. Because with the Hulk, people loved Hulk in Avengers because of how he was. Bruce was that timid scientist and then became the Hulk, and he was funny. And we get to see that in this issue because he's not the timid scientist, but he's a scientist and Hulk. But he's not saying, oh, he does hate the Hulk, but he's saying it's like diabetes. It's a part of you. You have to use it. So he's using the Hulk, and I'm liking that change of story, and I'm liking that basis, and that's why I'm really liking Indestructible Hulk. And I'm saying pick this up, even if you're not a Hulk fan. I think if you liked him in Avengers, you'll like this, especially in this issue. You get to see Iron Man and Hulk just butt heads, and it's a really great Avengers movie type story without saying, hey, this is the Avenger movie, just like it, like saying, oh, here's Black Widow, and oh, this roster looks familiar, no, it's not pushing it. It doesn't even feel like the movie. It just feels like those elements of the movie that made the movie great. So, I think that's what I really liked about this issue, is that it's not that Marvel type of thing. It's like, oh, well, we want sales, so let's just push what we got $1 billion in. It's just telling a really good story. So, pick this up if you're not picking up Hulk. If you liked him in the movie and you never really liked him in comics, pick up the series. I almost skipped on it, and I'm glad I didn't. I picked up issue 1, I picked up issue 2, and I will be following this. It's a really great series. Mark Waid's doing a really good job. So pick it up. I give this issue 4 stars. The only thing I didn't like was the art, kinda. Like, I like him as a Hulk, but I think it's a little dark with Bruce, with the faces. If I can get an example of that. Yeah, like this was I don't love the art for the faces that much, but I think the Hulk looks incredible with this art. So I think for Bruce it looks okay, but for Hulk it looks amazing. So art is good, but 4 stars. This is a really good issue. And again, the story wasn't as important. I think it was more of the dynamic with Tony and with Bruce. So pick this up. I give it 4 stars, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the random situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.